Hi, what is up, guys, and welcome back. So in this video, we will be working up with basically our form submission and registration. So let's just go ahead and let's work with it. Okay. First of all, what do we have to do? We just have to come up here, and you can see that if someone just works up with everything and the email is also valid, then what we have to do, we have to register the user. Okay. So what we'll be doing, we'll be first checking up again if email exists. Okay, if email exists, people just check for that. So for that, what we have to do, we just have to write an SQL command. Okay, and what we have to do, we just have to write here $SQL is equals to, okay, and in here I'm going to say select all from author. I think we have here author. Okay, select all from author. There author underscore email, where author underscore email is equals to author underscore email is basically is equals to dollar email. Okay, dollar author email. So now it will basically get the result. Okay, and what we have to do right now is that we have to write here dollar result is basically is equals to my SQLi underscore query. Okay, and we first have to write the connection to the database, and then we have to write the SQL. Okay, and now what we will do, we will just use the MySQL underscore num underscore rows. Okay, if my SQLi underscore num underscore rows dollar result. So now what we're doing, we're just actually checking if we have any result. So if we have any result, that means that if we have any email already there, that means that if it is actually greater than 0, then this means that we have an email already existing. Okay, so what we will do for that, we will just use a header with the location. We will use header with the location to be like email exists. Email already exists. So we'll just write here email already exists. Okay, now let's come here. Let's just save it. And if a guy will just come up here and we already have an email in the database, we will say that email already exists. So we'll just remove this white space that we have. And I'm just going to come up here right now and I'm going to say else signing up the user. So now what we have to do, we just have to go ahead and we have to sign the user up. So what we have to do, we just have to write here $SQL. Since we don't need this query anymore, that is why we can change it. Okay, you don't have to write SQL too. Okay, now what we have to do, we just have to say SQL is equals to insert into authors. Author, is it author or authors? It's author. Insert into author. Okay, and now what we have to do, we just have to use the values. So I'm just going to write, sorry, not the values, but the parameters. So the first one is basically going to be the author underscore name, comma. Then we have the author underscore email. Oh, look, okay. Let's just come up here and let's check. Author underscore name, author underscore email, author underscore email. Okay. And then what we need author underscore password. Okay. Then what we need author underscore bio. And we also need the author underscore role. So now you can see this is right here. And now what we basically have to do is that we have to write the values here. So we're just write here values. Okay, write a bracket here. And then here we'll be entering the values. So for the first value, I just have to write here author underscore name. Okay, comma, single quotation mark. And then I have to write here $author underscore email, comma, single quotation mark, and then I have to write $author underscore password. And then in the author bio, I will just say a null, because I want to leave this author bio. Or we can just go ahead and we can write here, enter bio. Okay, and we're gonna just come up here and we're gonna write here author underscore role. So in the author underscore role, we will say author. So if anyone just goes ahead and he just registers, okay, he just registers from our website, then we will definitely give him an author role. We will not give him an admin role. Okay, so when he is actually registered, then we will go ahead and we will give him basically, we can just change his role to administrator if we want to from our database or either from our website. So now what we have to do is that we forget to actually hash the password. Okay, what we have to do, we just have to come up here and we have to write here hashing password. Okay, and now what we have to do is just have to come up here and we have to write here $hash is equals to password underscore hash. Okay, here we have to give the author password that the author has entered, which is actually $author underscore password. Okay, and then what we need the password. Sorry, I need to keep this capital. Underscore default. Okay, and you can see that here we have this author password. Okay, so you can see this is right here. So author password is basically going to be hashed, and now we have to store the hash password. Come up here, copy this author password, and paste this here instead of the author password. So now we are actually adding everything, and we have got our user registered. So now what we have to do, we just have to go ahead and we have to write here MySQL underscore query. If our person is actually registered successfully, then what we have to do, we first have to write here the connection to the variable, and then we have to just write the SQL statement. And then what we have to do, we also have to use an if condition. Okay, we have to use if. Okay, and in here, you have to write here if basically our user is actually registered successfully, then what we have to do, we have to go ahead and we have to just give a success message. Okay, successfully registered. Successfully registered. Okay, else what you can do, you can throw a message. And we're going to exit out of here. Else you're going to throw a message, registration failed. Okay, let's just come up here and let's save it. And I just come up here and I just go in and I just refresh this. Okay, you can see this is right here. I enter the name and I enter the email address. And now I enter the password and I just hit sign up. You can see it says successfully registered, and I'm actually registered right now. So if I just go and I just open up my author, okay, then you can see that here I have this right now, and my bio is actually saying enter bio because I don't have any bio, and my author role is basically author. I can even change this to admin. Since I'm admin, I can change this to admin myself. Okay, I'm just gonna come up here, I'm gonna double click here, and I'm gonna say that I am admin. Okay, and I'm gonna save this. And now I'm also gonna go in and I'm gonna create another person, and I'm gonna create another registration and with the same name, okay, with the same email address. So let's suppose that the same email address I'm just using, and okay, I'm just gonna sign up, and I can see that I get registration failed. Okay, so I'm actually getting registration failed, which means that the registration did not happen. Okay, if I just go and I just come up here, and I just enter my name, I just enter the email address, then I enter the password, I save, and you can see it's giving me registration failed, which means that you cannot register. Okay, the author, you can see that here I am with the bio this. Okay, so why we are getting registration failed, we should be getting the email already exists. And you can see that I actually did a mistake here, which is select. Okay, I have to write here, select, SELECT. Now if I just go ahead and I just sign up, if I just go ahead and I just try to sign up again, okay, then you will see that it will tell me that email already exists. I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to write the email and I'm going to go and I'm going to sign up, and you can see it just tells me email already exists. So this is how basically you can go ahead, and these are the mistakes that you do. So remember that if anything is not working, go ahead to find the mistake that what you have done in your query and why the result is not coming and why is it giving the registration fail. It should be giving the email already exists. And the reason for that is because I was doing a mistake here. So now you can see that our registration is ready. So now I'm going to do one more registration, and that is going to be Roger. Okay. And I'm going to say Roger at gmail.com. And I'm going to write his password, and I'm going to say sign up. So we basically now have two users. Okay, we have two users. The number one user we have here is the Roger, and the number one user we have here is Tanzil, and the other user we have here is Roger. And you can see that his password, and we have the his author role is basically author, and this role is admin. So we will be working up with two authors, because we have to work up with our administration. When if someone goes to our index.php in the admin, we have to do some things. Okay, like the author will be only able to post a blog post. Okay, and the administrator will be able to do anything. Okay, the administrator will be able to do any site customization that we will offer in our dynamic website. Okay, so since we're done with the registration, in the next video we will be working a bit more stuff. So stay tuned, guys, and bye bye.